I'm Lisa Blackstone with Horse and Rider Club. You know, there are a lot of interesting little trivial facts in the horse world, but one that comes up over and over again is, why do we always mount a horse from the left side? You know, every now and then I've got a left-handed student that it seems more natural to get on the other way. Well, here's why. It's just kind of an interesting little thing to tuck away. A long, long time ago, horses were used in war. And back then, men wore scabbards on their hip. And a scabbard is simply that sheath that the sword would fit into. Well, most people were right-handed, and you would want to draw your sword with your right hand so that you could wield it with your right hand, right? Well, where do you put your scabbard if you've got your sword in your right hand? Well, it would go down into the sheath that's on your left hip. Now, given that scenario, if you had tried to mount a horse on the other side, on their right side, that means you'd be putting your right leg in the stirrup and then swinging your left leg over, which had this scabbard and sword attached to it. So not only your leg, but the sword and everything would go flopping over the back of the horse, and it'd probably get in the way, scare the horse, something would fall apart, and it just wouldn't work as well. So we made it a habit of always getting on the left side, so that the sword that was next to the man's left hip and leg could stand stationary next to the saddle, while his foot got up in the stirrup and he swung his free right leg over the top of the saddle and down into the opposite stirrup. So that is the only reason that we still mount horses from the left side. It has nothing to do with a horse's preference. It has to do with the fact that they were war horses quite a while back, and most people were right-handed. Well, I think that's kind of entertaining, but I will tell you this. When you are training a horse or working with your own horse, and you know you're going to be trail riding and going places, it is a very good idea to make sure your horse is comfortable with you getting on and off both sides. This is important, and it's happened to me several times. You'll be out on a trail ride, you might get in a thicket or you get tied up in something and you need to dismount and then get back on, and sometimes because of the terrain or whatever else you're faced with, you have to get on the other side. Well, if your horse is not used to that, then he may be a little worried about that or scared or not want to let you do it because it's something new and different. So make sure that when you're in a safe environment, when you're still working with your horse, you train him so that you can get on and off on both sides, and he's comfortable doing that. Just remember, if you go in the show ring, don't ever get on from the right. Always get on from the left. I hope you found that interesting. If you want to learn some more entertaining facts about horses and educational tidbits, I'd like for you to come to my site, horseridingvideos.org. And there you'll put your name and email in my front page there, and I will send you to the next 20 videos that I have waiting for you. Thanks.